What if one of the last naturally aspirated V8 sedans on the market is also one of the smartest performance buys? While German brands keep adding turbochargers, hybrid systems, and higher price tags, the Lexus IS 500 quietly offers something many enthusiasts thought had disappeared forever. And that's exactly why so many people believe it makes its rivals look overpriced. The Lexus IS 500 isn't the fastest sports sedan on paper. It doesn't have the most advanced launch control or the biggest touchscreen in the segment. But once you look beyond the spec sheet, you begin to understand why this car has earned such a loyal following. And before we go any further, if you enjoy honest car content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps, and we've got plenty more videos coming. The heart of the IS 500 is what immediately sets it apart. Under the hood sits a 5.0-liter naturally aspirated V8, producing 472 horsepower and 395 lb-ft of torque. Power is sent to the rear wheels through a smooth 8-speed automatic transmission, allowing the car to sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 4.4 seconds. With an electronically limited top speed of approximately 149 miles per hour. Those numbers are impressive, but they don't tell the whole story. Because the biggest advantage of the IS 500 isn't how fast it is. It's how it delivers that performance. Unlike many modern turbocharged engines, the V8 responds instantly. Press the accelerator, and there's no waiting for boost to build. The throttle feels sharp, linear, and completely predictable, creating a connection between the driver and the car that has become increasingly rare. And that's something you notice every single time you drive it. The sound is another major reason enthusiasts love this car. Instead of relying on artificial audio played through the speakers, the IS 500 produces a deep, authentic V8 soundtrack that's becoming harder to find every year. Every acceleration feels special, not because it's loud, but because it feels real. And maybe that's exactly what many German rivals have started to lose. Another surprise is reliability. While high-performance European sedans often come with concerns about expensive maintenance, once the warranty expires, Lexus has built its reputation on long-term dependability. The IS 500 benefits from decades of engineering focused not only on performance, but also on durability. That changes the ownership experience completely. Because buying a performance sedan shouldn't automatically mean preparing for enormous repair bills. The interior follows the same philosophy. It may not have the flashiest screens or the most futuristic dashboard, but everything feels solid, carefully assembled, and designed to last. The seats are comfortable, the driving position is excellent, and every control feels intuitive instead of overly complicated. Sometimes simplicity ages better than complexity, and that's exactly where the IS 500 begins to separate itself. Performance is important. Technology matters. But living with the car every day matters even more. Another area where the Lexus impresses is value. A well-equipped IS 500 typically costs noticeably less than many comparable German performance sedans. Yet buyers still receive a naturally aspirated V8, premium materials, outstanding build quality, and the peace of mind that comes with Lexus reliability. That's becoming increasingly difficult to find, especially in today's market. Of course, the IS 500 isn't trying to dominate the Nürburgring or chase lap records. Instead, it focuses on delivering an experience that's enjoyable every single day, whether you're commuting to work or taking the long way home simply because you want to hear that incredible V8 one more time. And that may be its greatest strength. The driving experience is where everything comes together. The rear-wheel drive layout gives the IS 500 a playful personality, while the chassis feels balanced and predictable through corners. It isn't constantly trying to prove how fast it is. Instead, it rewards smooth driving and builds confidence the longer you're behind the wheel. And that's becoming increasingly rare. Many modern performance sedans feel dominated by technology. The Lexus still feels like a driver's car first. Another advantage is that the IS 500 doesn't pretend to be something it isn't. It isn't packed with complicated driving modes or dozens of artificial sound settings. You simply start the V8, put the transmission in drive or sport, and enjoy one of the last naturally aspirated performance sedans still available today. That simplicity becomes part of its charm. And for many enthusiasts, it's exactly what they've been missing. There's also something refreshing about its design. The IS 500 looks aggressive without being excessive. The widened fenders, quad exhaust tips, unique wheels, and subtle performance details give it presence, but it never feels like it's trying too hard to attract attention. It's confident rather than flashy. Inside, Lexus continues to prioritize comfort. Road noise is well controlled. The suspension remains composed over rough pavement, and the cabin feels like a place where you could comfortably spend hours on a road trip. Few sports sedans manage to blend performance and refinement this naturally. Fuel economy, of course, isn't its strongest point. A naturally aspirated 5.0-liter V8 wasn't designed to save fuel, and anyone considering this car already understands that. But for many buyers, the character, sound, and reliability more than justify the extra trips to the gas station. Maintenance is another area where the Lexus stands out. Routine servicing is generally more predictable than on many European rivals, and long-term ownership costs are often lower. That's one of the biggest reasons owners tend to keep these cars for years rather than trading them in quickly. Then there's depreciation. While luxury performance sedans naturally lose value over time, the IS 500 has something many competitors don't: rarity. As naturally aspirated V8 cars become increasingly uncommon, demand for cars like this is likely to remain strong among enthusiasts who appreciate traditional performance. That gives the IS 500 an appeal that goes beyond horsepower figures. It represents the end of an era, a time when performance wasn't only about software updates, hybrid systems, or bigger touchscreens. It was about the engine, the sound, the response, and the feeling you get every time you press the accelerator. So why did the Lexus IS 500 make German sedans look overpriced? Because it reminds buyers that true value isn't measured only by the newest technology or the highest performance numbers. It's measured by the complete ownership experience, how reliable the car is, how enjoyable it feels every day, and how much confidence it inspires long after the excitement of buying it has faded. The German brands still build incredible sports sedans. There's no question about that. But the Lexus IS 500 proves you don't always have to spend more to get an unforgettable driving experience. Sometimes, the smartest choice is also the one that simply makes you smile the most every time you start the engine. So what do you think? Would you choose the Lexus IS 500 over a BMW M340i, Mercedes-AMG C, or Audi S4? Let us know your choice in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to Good Cars, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next review. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.